Hey everybody, welcome back to where we do deep dives line by line into the Old Testament. And this section of the Old Testament is extremely disturbing, and I'll explain that in just a second. But previously, in our previous video, Jacob is found to be just a horrible sort of person, lying to his father at the behest of his mother and tricking his brother out of all these blessings. Very strange behavior for the chosen family. And we're in Genesis chapter 8. And before I go on, I just need to tell you people that are new, I go line by line in this in bite-sized chunks so that I can digest it and absorb it and try to figure out exactly what it's trying to say and what lessons that I may learn to take in my own spiritual journey and to have a deeper knowledge of why this book is so important to three major religions. And apparently there is some good stuff in here, and I have ran across plenty of good things in here, but this particular section is very disturbing to me. And if y'all have any educated, kind guesses on what the value, the spiritual value of this section is, man, please let me know. So after knowing Jacob's deceit, and this is Genesis chapter 8, and screwing over his brother, Isaac blesses him again, saying, "Don't take a wife from Canaan." So Isaac's like, totally fine. Okay, I know you cheated your brother out. You just lied to me, but I'm going to give you some more blessings. That just seems to just reinforce the lying, the deceit, the backstabbing of your brother. I don't get it. So then Jacob in chapter 28 verses 2, Jacob is to go. This is just weird. He goes on to marry his mom's brother. So this is Jacob's uncle. He goes to marry his first cousin. So the chosen one by Jehovah, Jacob, is a cousin lover. And aren't there a lot of just laws now that it's not good? And wouldn't they have known the problems of inbreeding back then as well? Or maybe that's why they're so disturbed. I don't know. But further in verse 3 of chapter 28, Jacob will be rewarded by God himself to be fruitful and multiply, to become an assembly of peoples. And once again, Jehovah is condoning and rewarding inbreeding and all of the other bad behavior I just mentioned. And then in chapter 8, verses 4, Jehovah passed down all of Abraham's blessings to the liar, the thief, the cheater, the brother backstabber. What in the world is the moral story of that? I would love somebody to explain it to me. But in my own journey of spirituality and how we come together on this sanctuary, which we do every Sunday at 1:15 with a wonderful group of people, and we get together and explore topics that are really difficult of knowing ourselves. And it is fun. We have great exercises, great fellowship, and we do a lot of things very different than most traditional churches. And it is fantastic, at least fantastic for me and the people that come. We really work on building trust, shrinking the divides amongst people, which we think is just so important, especially in this time of just crazy division, people judging everybody for everything. And, you're being mad at somebody for being a Democrat or Republican or whatever your religious views are. That's why we are a universal church here. And whenever we start to know ourselves, we can communicate better with others. We can ultimately meditate and connect in a higher level, I believe, to the infinite, the source of all things, God himself. If that appeals to you, come see us at 1:15 on Sundays and check us out and all of those discussions on all the topics. There's so many of how to better know yourself in the Mystics of Texas, our other YouTube channel, or the mysticsoftexas.com. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.